that kind of strong map control from HEET. It really has been kind of a Mad Lions thing. And well, there you go. Mad Lions starting on that CT side. We could see them take that control and take control of the game.
See if they can do it right off the bat. They're going to have an opportunity. TM Bro is pushing up but nice and aggressive, giving away his position. So let's see what they're able to do. SDY up and towards mid, tag slightly. Oh, Warrior 2K, headshot from a distance. Lucky and Afro are going to be able to find one. SDY, though, is going to be pushing to get a trade-off. Looking to go for the second headshot, but it's going to be Lucky. He finds two. He shuts them down. Claims triumphant victory here. This is going to be JL who's left to try and shine here. It's definitely possible. A 1v3. He's got control of the bomb as well. They're having to push against him, and they're just going one-on-one. Finally got a duel. Double players on this front. All they have to do is wait for the third player, maybe going for a different play, but JL's going to be playing aggressive. He doesn't want to wait for them, and unfortunately, he's going to get bodied.
Now, another trend that we had noticed. So one of the trends was whoever starts on CT wins. But the other trend was whichever team wins the pistols wins. So we've got a little bit of a juxtaposition here. Mad Lions on the TT side, but HEET have managed to win the pistol on their T side. And that could be massive. We've spoken about the snowball potential when you're able to win that first pistol round. Now Afro's got a scout in his hands. We know how dangerous that can be. But there's a double scout counter coming from Mad Lions.
Well, I mean, you say, like, obviously, like, there's kind of like the CT curse and then also first round curse. So what if they counterbalance each other and we just go into endless loop of overtime?
No.
Inducing nightmares in everyone around the world. But JL having this scout, I'm questioning it a little bit, to be honest. I do appreciate it, but honestly, having a double scout into the mid, you have to get these first two shots, but Body shows them how it's done. Pulls out his AK and shows you don't need to scope to hit the shots. He's going to be able to get that first kill, and it looks like they might just be able to pick up the second round. But honestly, it's still way too early for me to say that it's still possible for these Deagles and the Scouts to come through.
Well, at least getting that first kill is a bit of a boon. I like that they've kind of slowed down a little bit here. Give themselves an opportunity. Now, however, they're pulling out a little bit more of that util as well, which I think can definitely work out for them because Mad Lions have one flash left. They dropped that smoke, hoping that it would help them in some way, but it's not going to accomplish much because HEET are just playing this so slowly.
I do appreciate the slowness to it. It gives them a little bit more time to be able to try and find some extra kills, but it does give you, or give rather, the ex-Mad Lions team a chance to shine and try and find something of themselves. But SDY is caught off guard. He's taken down. That's B-side controlled. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, we've spoken about how this is such a difficult site to try and retake from, and I suppose Mad Lions still do go for this. Yeah, okay, they've got two Deagles and a Scout, and maybe they could hold on to it, but is that the best call? And with Exercise on the hunt here, I don't even know if they're going to be able to hold on to that.
It's going to be pressure, but honestly, if you're HEET at this point, I wouldn't go for those kills. I'd be okay with them holding on to this, but they're not going to expect this. TM Bro is going to be up behind them. He gets the first headshot, looking at it for a second one. They're going to be pushing up against him, and Exercise is going to be in huge trouble here. The flash is going to be coming out, but Afro is going to be in the firing lane here. If he's not careful, it's going to be the Khalil. He gets taken down instead. Joker of the trade. Pick up the guns. So that's decent at least, but they lose 2 to take 1.
I mean, fair enough. They didn't need to hunt. They didn't need to lose those 2 players. But sure, I suppose. You know, you do a little bit of damage where you can. Keep Mad Lions under pressure, which is a pretty important thing if they want to maintain this lead that they're slowly starting to build up. And of course, we come into this round with all of these guns. And okay, Mad Lions still managed to get one with the USP.
Well, that shouldn't have been allowed. 2 gone, but that's an upgrade. SDY has the Khalil now in that peek around the corner. It's going to be the AWP in place, but Buzz doesn't care. He goes for the aggression. It doesn't work out, and now it's going to be SDY with the upgraded weapon. He's going to be pushing aggressive up on towards walkway, catwalk. But instead, going to be backing up in towards site. At this point in time, they've got enough money to buy into next rounds. If they have a Khalil on their side, that's an extra set of utility on their team. And with this smoke going out, because wait, okay, yeah, it was. I thought it was the CT smoke. He's still looking to go aggressive, chucks the smoke, but at the end of the day, it was too late. They now know where he was, and he can cross through CT fairly safely. You could actually go play CT if you wanted to try and get some exit frags, but instead, securing this, he doesn't have body armor, so that's the one thing that's going to be a little bit painful going into the next round, but there's going to be a whole load of money in the bank, and also an extra Galil. That's going to be rather nice.
At least that's something. If they, yeah, they're gonna allow him. I was wondering if they try and hunt again, but I think at this stage you don't really want to risk losing that weaponry, especially after 2 rounds in a row where you've lost 2 of your players, and that does start to kind of build up that detriment, and you don't want to get to that stage. So this is a smart call. Just let him keep the Galil. What's the worst that could happen? Into the next round, they're gonna have a bit of cash anyway, so wouldn't have made the biggest difference in the world. What does make the difference, of course, is that now they're at the 3-0. They're looking really good here. They do need to try to get these rounds a little bit more cleanly. It's not terrible to lose 1 or 2 players, but it can build up an effect over time on what their economy is going to look like. I mean, you look at a player like Exercise, who's already down to $600. That's not ideal. You'd like him to have a little bit more in his back pocket. Oh my god.
I hope they have some tricks as well. It's going to be Buzz helping Lucky take out T-Ambroise's Lucky Flash. It's going to be Body pushing in. He's going to get taken out by Buzz. Nice trade. A double kill. Lucky and Body hit the floor. It's going to be Exercise, Afro, and Joko to try and bring this back. And there's actually Y2K with an AWP, so Afro has a direct competitor here. And it's going to be SDY with the Galil over towards the B side. If he gets a single kill with this Galil, that's going to leave a nasty aftertaste in the side of Heat. He has been spotted. Flash is going to be going out, allowing him to swing around the wide. But instead, he gets distracted. The Flash comes in. He has to try and counter it, and it is going to be the B-side control for them. Afro gets back down a little bit. They can't plant the bomb due to the incendiary grenades coming through from the opposition. But Afro finally makes it down in towards one of the default spots. Bomb is going down. 3 versus 3 situation. Afro playing aggressive, using this AWP as a close and personal shotgun. I don't know if you're the CTs, do you even trying to go for this?
Nah, surely not. You hold on, because look at their economy. I mean, they can't really afford to lose the weaponry they have, especially not this AWP. So maybe you try and catch someone on a rotation, but I don't think you actually push it. And this is a little unfortunate because Mad Lions have such a good start to this round, but their hold on the B site is a little weak. And because of that, they're not able to maintain control. Once Heat are on it, 3 versus 3, that's it. To try to retake that is going to be super difficult. Especially, I would say, if you have the AWP in your hands, because that does make it a little bit more difficult to take those short-range engagements. So unfortunately, at that point, they're forced to go for that save. And now, this is why they needed to save, because they come into this round with very little to their names. All right, thankfully, they're able to buy for one another, so there is going to be some more firepower coming into this. It's not perfect. It's not the ideal situation. Heat, maintain control.
Woro hitting those shots, unfortunately, not going to be able to make it work for him. He's now going to be holding the lower tunnels. Afro, waiting for him to try and go for another peek. Fortunately, for Woro, it doesn't work. We see this cheeky little lineup. Nice Xbox cross smoke. Lands on the double doors, allows them to cross on over, and that is going to be a huge contention if they do try to go down there. Woro 2K is going to get boosted. T-Ambro is going to be sitting underneath him. And that splash just works brilliantly, forces them out of that position. Y2K drops down, looks to sport again in towards the mid position. Exercise, meanwhile, he's one with the bomb. And they're trying to find some kind of opening here. And obviously, Heat have got a really good history on this map. But I've been definitely worried coming into this, as ex-Mad Lions have been playing fantastically. Afro versus Woro2K. This is what I live for. I want to see these two AWPers go head-to-head. 2 very different play styles. In a matter of fact, I mean, Afro is just so aggressive. Flash is going to be coming out. There's no real peek. T-Ambro is going to be able to get a kill, but the trade's going to be coming through. Woro2K could go for an aggressive angle in this run. He does. He gets the flick down. Afro misses his shots. They may well be different, but they're going to be clashing ever anyway on that front. Body gets the kill in towards shot. That's going to be a nice opportunity for them to push in. Woro2K is looking for his position up in towards. Sure, but it's going to be super hard for him to get taken down. Body That smoke he's dependent on to stay alive right now. This boost could be coming through. He's going to be going in for a safer plant versus them, but it's not going to be an easy one to hold off. They're going to be going up against him. He finds one, looks for Roro. The counter position is going to be coming in. He's going to be working against his favorite. He's going to get headshot, runs out of bullets, has to switch on over. It's going to be exercise. Going in, gets the kill. 80 bullets, gets the win. And that is going to be the 5th round on the board as they shut down the ex-Mad Lions team, who can still buy into this round somehow.
My heart was pounding when Exercise decides to go super aggressive there onto the player behind the box, and I was like, no ways, he's probably going to take you out, and he manages to come out on top of that. Not only that, but get the kill onto the re-aggressing player coming from short. Really, really well played here from Heat, and again, it was a round that looked dicey. Mad Lions have a really strong start, and towards the mid to late round, they start to fumble the ball a little bit, and one of the things that I've been a little bit disappointed to see is that they're not showing that same aggressive, strong map control that we saw on Ancient. And of course, you don't want to go over aggressive. You don't want to find yourself in a position that you can't back out of. But they're playing very, very passively here, and Heat just keep running over them round after round. I will say I'm really excited, or really happy to see that Exercise and Body, the two players that were a little iffy on Ancient, have started to show up quite nicely here on Dust2.
Afro, though, not so much, mate. He missed that shot versus... Oh! Never mind.
Never mind.
He directly takes on Warrior 2K down mid. Joy's a little bit of a hard thing to do his tease right now, and managed to get that kill. It's going to be a USP on TM Bro. Picks up the AWP for his problems. Problems are tease. He now has an answer. He has a key to that lock. It's going to be the AWP. Afro, he's playing aggressive. This is what I want to see from him. He's going to be going up against the M4A1 with just a complete dry peek. Bodo follows up, even though he knows as a player holding that exact angle. He says, I don't care. Unfortunately, Exercise going to fall to the wayside. Lucky. Joko last 2 left alive in a 2 versus 4. This should be the first round on side of Mad Lions. Quick switch on over towards the Famous. Smart play from him. AWP in the hands of Joko. Buzz, he spotted out this player. Now the string has to come through, and it works out in his favor. He gets the kill, but he's going to get dinked in the process, and Lucky's going to have 9 HP. I think this is where you have to try and call it. If, like, okay, well, we have very low HP combined. This is going to be hard to be able to win with AWP player Joko. He's got no chill. He's looking in for a player. Doesn't happen, though. You can see them back off, and JL should be able to line out these 2 players. So if he peeks in, gets one, it's going to be Lucky falling. Joko, he knows where he is. He's going to be sneaking down, looking in for the spot, but he moves him just out of the way. How is that even possible? Spots the barrel of the gun, I imagine, and is going to be able to survive that confrontation. Now they're going to be closing in on him. And if they're smart, if they're super lucky and smart, they'll kill him after time, but he isn't going to be playing as aggressive, so he's going to be backing off and putting them in a bit of a difficult situation. If you can do some economical damage, that'd be ideal. They have enough money to buy into next round. 8 seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4. It's going to be super tight. They can go in for the chase, but he should be able to find at least one of them and survive. Fair enough. Yep.
You know what? Every day of the week. Oh, I had a train of thought, and it has just gone straight out of the station. Just waving goodbye to that train of thought. This was a really important round for Mad Lions to win, though. Oh, that's what it was. So I was saying how the previous round was quite passive. That round took that one step further. Like, it was the next level of passivity, and Heat just walked straight into them dry, which was really strange to me. And now they're doing a similar thing, it seems, as they get peeked out, and that's Body off the board, which is not great. He's been one of their star players, so to lose him so early on in the round, how do Heat now stabilize off the back of that?
Well, not by losing your first player. Body really needs to start playing a little bit harder on this one, but they're playing differently. They're going to be going in for a bit of an A-long take. They've not really done this properly. So let's see how they're going to be able to do it. It's going to be SDY and Buzz looking to hold on to this. SDY, that tight angle. Flash is going to be coming through. He's giving away his position. Into they're going to be denying them that close push, but they don't care. They're going to be pushing through anyway. Lucky's going to be able to get double kill. Not even quite sure how. It's JL who falls down. SDY still alive. And this has gone fantastically. You talked about how do they build economical stabilization again after falling so hard in that previous round, and well, this is how
kill everyone.
You just slaughter everyone with no second glances and force the last 2 CTs to back away.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess. I mean, it can be very difficult to stabilize, and a lot of teams struggle with that. So I'm really impressed to see that they were able to do so. They lose their first player early on, they readjust, they start heading in towards the A site, and that short push has been a little kind of coin flippy from time to time, but they do really well. They manage to maintain control of the site. They force Mad Lions into a save yet again. Mad Lions here looking a little worse for wear, and so is their economy. They're in a really, really tight spot. And I was talking about how HEET needed to keep their rounds a little bit cleaner so that they could keep building up that economy. And that's what they've started to do. Despite the fact that they did lose a round at a point, they've actually built up a really huge buffer. Even if they lose this round, maybe even the next, they're still going to be fine. And I don't see them losing the next 2 rounds. Mad Lions, as much as they're able to buy in here, this could be their last buy. And in the next round, it's likely going to be a save. Or a low, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it can definitely be a little bit tight for HEET. Because of the round loss bonus just being at 1400 for them. It's adding that onto lucky side, they're going to have a couple of weak buys going forward. So they have to be careful. But they definitely have held a really strong position where they've been able to buy back into any rounds that have been difficult. But it's the fact that those rounds they have had those rounds where it has been a little bit tighter than I think they'd really want. But getting 6 rounds so far is really good. Afro has forced down a player, but instead he's not going to be going there. Kind of switching up. He's not going to hold on to it any longer. And just on towards short with his teammate. Look to see if they can get an early kill, but it's not going to happen. They're going to get denied. Lots of utility used right away from these teams to try and deny this real estate being taken. Buzz with the backup smoke. Really crucial in this spot to make sure that you can do everything you can to slow the progression, slow the aggression from HEET. Now boost from his teammate. TMBro is going to be in a decent position. Flash is going to be coming out. Exercise is going to be on the other side of this smoke. Molotov goes out. Position is known. Spray is coming out as well. That was either an amazing bait or whatever, but Joker's going to be able to get a double kill as his teammate falls. But JL, he's going to have to swing out wide. Finds one. Looks in for the second, but the smoke is going to be the unfortunate circumstance for him. And Joko finds his 3rd kill of this round as he peeks on over, gets the headshot. Now SD1 or 2 gang going to be the last 2 players left alive. And oh, you know what? Joko is eyeing up the ace. He's hungry for it. It's going to be finding the 4th. No, he gets denied. The headshot comes through. 2v2 AWP on Afro. He's going to have to try and clutch this out. The bomb is planted in a decent position for him, so he should have an opportunity on this front. Flash is going to be coming out. It allows the peek, and now the difficulty for him, but he's going to have to go in for a close peek. He can't make it work. This player that's pushed up against him is going to be making it impossible, but he can do this, but he doesn't peek out. He baits it. He still has an opportunity. He peeks out, gets the frag, gets the win, and Afro, once again, clutching out on Dust2.
What an absolute clutch master in that round. And so I love the way that HEET is playing this A site. They put a lot of pressure on short. They pull some rotations from Mad Lions. And then while they're keeping a little bit of pressure on short, they send the bomb up long all the way around. Now, they do lose a lot of players in that engagement or in the course of that round. And it looks really dicey. I don't know if Afro comes out on top of that one, but he does. And I think that that's an important thing to note here because HEET have good plans and they execute them well. But when their backs are against the rope, they have a player that can come up huge. And that player is Afro every time.
He managed to pick up a multitude of kills. Flash going to be coming out over towards one. And Afro, he's just spraying. He has no hope in hell. He goes down. A body with the AWP. He's going to be able to pick up TM, They switched up the mix. He's going to be able to get a kill. Molotov's going to be coming out from him to try and score for this player. But he jumps across. The flick comes through. But the kill into Lucky still came out. And this is looking rather painful for them. Joko is going to have to push in towards mid. The Molotov's going to give him some space. They're going to be crossing on over to him. And the Deagle. JL going to shut him down. It's a 2v3 situation. Some players are going to be getting some weapons here on the side of Mad Lions or ex-Mad Lions. Body's going to back off, and unfortunately, the AK really was the deciding factor in this run. But you know what? 2nd round on the board for Mad Lions could be great, but it's not over yet. Not heard any singing. Exercise has been spotted, if I'm right in saying. Maybe not, actually. He's going to be pushing up through mid. I don't know if they're going to quite expect this. JL's in a good position, but it's going to be one you check right away as soon as you know players are pushed up here. But he looks away. Tosses back on over, sees the gun, goes for the spray through the side of the box, gets the kill, but doesn't expect Buzz with a quick flash. Nice exercise gone.
I thought that early spray was going to get him taken down before he managed to get that kill, but hey, he gets one. That was a weird round for HEET. Like, very often when a team is on an anti-eco, then they start kind of getting in their heads a little bit. They're, you know, feeling loosey-goosey, right? Not too concerned. They know that they're at a huge advantage, and then they start missing their shots. They misplay. They get a little overconfident, and we see what we just saw here. And they throw away a round that they should have won. And I was saying how impressed I was that they were keeping these rounds fairly clean. They were going to have cash in the bank. Well, color me incorrect, because this is a round where they have literally, well, just about nothing to work with. And it looks like this could be the 7-3, with Mad Lions picking up another round.
Antonio Grenade is going to be painful for them. It forced them out of position. Doesn't do as much damage as I thought it might do, but Warrior's going to be in a good spot to trying to get some kills there. Team Bro dropping down. Yeah, fair enough, you know, trading positions. And currently HEET are just playing in towards that mid spot. Not quite sure what they're going to be trying to do with this. They have no utility. They have two Deagles and a P250, so they're going to have to hit these headshots. You know what? Buzz did it last game. JL as well. So I think they could definitely try and pull this one off, but it's going to be difficult for them. Mad Lions, they need this third round on the board, but look at this. It's just a torrent of players coming through, and the shots are missing. Afro still stays alive somehow. Extra money in the bank's coming through. Draco is going to be able to get the headshot to Tiembro, and now suddenly it's not impossible, but Afro, he's going to drop down by the wayside. And so is Lucky, and, well, quickly goes from looking interesting to rather dire. You can see the kills coming up from Draco if he picks up another one of these, but it's going to be super hard. 16 HP if he peeks, he's going to die. There we go. JL takes him.
It would have been nice if they'd been able to hold on to that one, but I don't think either of us had particularly high hopes for that one. At least they do get that bomb down. Little bit of extra cash in the bank for them, and that's going to allow them to full buy up here. So they're back in. They've got some skin in the game once again. But they've conceded 2 rounds to Mad Lions, both of which they probably shouldn't have. So they're going to be kicking themselves a little bit off the back of that one. But it is nice to see Mad Lions kind of waking up a little bit themselves. It doesn't seem like, you know, none of the players are particularly underperforming. Everyone kind of seems to be on par. And what that really tells me is that it comes down to a tactical diff, I suppose. And HEET have been on top of their game thus far. But Mad Lions are starting to catch wise.
There has to be a flash coming through. If they don't flash in towards the side, I'd be very disappointed. It's now going to be coming through with a shot from Warren 2K. He misses the shot. This is huge. He's going to be able to repeat with flash coming in from his teammate. Jal's going to be in a perfect position from Kai. He's going to be able to find one. Warren 2K with 2 of his own. He's got 2K in his name for a reason. Let's see if he can find a 3K. He did in the previous matchup. It's going to be questionable, and Lucky is going to fall down. There's just no way Afro is going to be able to do this. I say that he finds one, but he's going to be in a tie-up position here in towards CT. You're on the wrong spawn, mate. No, he's going to have to try and make quick work with this AWE. He waits for the wall bangers to come through, or smoke bangs, but they're not. They're not going to get chased. I think Mad Lions are happy to just hold on to this bomb and not get debated out by that.
Yeah, hold on to their weaponry, absolutely. Yeah, they don't really need to, I suppose. The economy is looking pretty damn good, but why risk it when you don't actually need to? And even if they can't take this AWP away from Afro, which they won't do, the rest of the economy is pretty shaky. So it's unlikely that they're going to come in with a really strong buy into the next round. This was a great read from Mad Lions. HEET have been kind of ping-ponging between the A and the B site, and we'd seen what good results they'd been getting on the B site. Now, as soon as Warro spots out players, the smoke and the players moving over towards the B site, oh, nice little extra frag there. He calls the information across, and there's a quick and decisive rotation from Mad Lions, because they know trying to retake is going to be incredibly difficult. So instead, they deny the plant entirely. And I was a little concerned because Warro 2K missing that first shot, I thought that it was going to be really easy for HEET to then pivot off of that. But unfortunately, they're caught kind of looking in the wrong direction. They also get flashed out, which helps a ton. And again, we're seeing much better cohesion from Mad Lions than we had on the first few rounds.
Well, 4 rounds. That's broken the curse. This is no longer under the same remit. We had 16-3 on both the previous 2 maps. X-Mad Lions come awake. They're going to be able to get a kill into body, but 7 rounds on Heat. That is going to be looking good for them going over towards the CT slide, but now we have to see how many rounds Mad Lions can get. That's going to be Warrior2K losing the duel with Afro in towards mid. It's going to be Afro versus JL next. Looking to see if they can take control of the B site via different means. You can see their lineups at the moment, but we have to see the flashes come out and try to deny JL, but the foot has been spotted. This player is now fully aware of what could be going on. Smoking towards mid, and it's going to be the deal coming out first. Flash to follow it up, and now he has to back off. This is creating an interesting opportunity. They should realize that there is multiple people there, but also TM Bro, he's from above, drops in a grenade, does over half the HP of Exercise, who had no armor, so he's dropped down by 63 HP, down to 37 in total. They only have this AWP really to work around with Sam, and it's at least something, but with all this utility being smartly used by X-Mad Lions, they haven't all just chucked it in willy-nilly. They've held onto it as long as they could. Now they've only got flashes, but they've delayed the time up to 30 seconds. This is all that's needed. They're going in for another peek in towards this mid spot. The wall bangs are coming through, but Afro, he has to find this entry kill. I don't think they have too much to play with here, and Molotov on him, but it's going to be Lucky pushing in. The lots of the shots are missed. JL's going to be able to find Lucky, and over towards SDY. Never mind, SDY is going to come alive, and Exercise gets 1 kill, but Buzz is going to be shutting him down, and a fantastic round from the sides of X-Mad Lions. But it's not going to be a buy round.
Yeah, Heat try to keep that as expensive as they can, but unfortunately, it's not quite enough. As we said before, you know, Mad Lions, quite a lot of cash in the tank there. I really like that play from Warrior2K right at the start. I mentioned how I wanted to see a little bit more of that aggressive defense that we'd seen from Mad Lions on Ancient, and now they're starting to kind of get into that a little bit. Okay, it can be a little bit dangerous, but it works out. Warrior2K pushes out, he gets the kill, he's just able to get out, eventually gets traded back, but it gives them the opening that they need, and I want to see a little bit more of that.
Well, they're going to be losing their lines straight away as they push in here, but SDY this time round is going to get challenged. He's tagged down heavily. The retake has to come through, and they do not want the plant to go down, so they're going to be playing aggressively. Lucky takes down SDY, but they're going to be still just piling in. Body's going to be able to find one. It's going to be Afro with the second. Now Warrior2K, he's dead, out for the count. They've got 2 players left to try and bring this back. The grenade goes through, does some damage, but unfortunately Body's going to be still left standing at the moment. Exercise, meanwhile, the only player to go down on their side. They're still going to have enough money to be able to buy him if they want into the next round, even if it's just a Mag 10. Buzz, he needs to make sure this is as expensive as possible for them, but also stay alive. He somehow hits the feet of Body. And now you run. You run for the hills. You don't stay here, but he doesn't have a choice. Lucky takes him down, almost loses his life instead. But now they're going to be double peeking him. Doesn't matter, he finds one. Trade comes out. This is an expensive round for the side of Heat.
Yeah, but at least they come out with the win, I guess. You wanted a close map 3. I think that's pretty much what we could be looking down the barrel of here. They do at least manage to take a lot of that weaponry away from Mad Lions as well, having, you know, slaughtered the entirety of that team. And that was the round where Mad Lions had 2 AWPs as well. So I like that it winds up being the one where they take a far more aggressive stance. We'd seen them kind of posturing towards B a few rounds back, and that was where the flash came out and Warrior2K missed that first shot, and it was a much slower push from Heat, and so they kind of get chunked down. This one is far more aggressive. They're able to get in onto the site before Mad Lions can rotate, and it seems to me that that aggression is just what they need.
Well, the shot was missed, but can't blame Afro for that one. Run boost shots always super hard to be able to land. There's a lot of information coming out here. JL is going to be able to call what is going on. TM Bro with another molly, another smoke rather, is going to be able to follow this up, deny them this push even further. So slowing down this aggression is going to allow a counter push from the opposition. Warrior2K pushing up mid. We've also got JL coming in from behind. He could be the end here. Exercise makes some noise. His position is known. He's going to get shot from behind. That could be round. All they have to do is hold this team in, but he actually decides to play an aggressive. It's going to be TM Bro finds 2. Body goes down. Well, as SDY pushes on through Afro in a 1v3, I don't think you've got it this time, bro. He's going to have to do some mad flicks. Okay. Does a 180. Doesn't even take a shot. Doesn't really need to. He knows there's one car. He's going to be dropping a molly down. Forces him out of position momentarily. Flick comes through. He gets the kill. Could this be a 3K to get them the 9th round and end the 14th one? That could be huge. That smoke comes out. He's just going to be playing aggressive. He's managed to find himself an AK. Molotov as well, but he's only got 10 seconds. He can't stop. He has to play aggressive. He doesn't do it. The smoke, unfortunately, created a gap for him to get shot through.
NT, I guess, is unfortunately that does not work out. Nice little play with the Molotov to push that player out from car. It's pretty standard, but it works out quite nicely. And of course, being able to hit that shot works in his favor. Unfortunately, that's another round where Heat play a slightly slower game, and Mad Lions are able to react to it, sending that lurk all the way out of B long into the T spawn. Brilliant, absolutely inspired, and it works out perfectly.
One absolute slaughter. So this is the 15th round, and honestly, I'm scared because Mad Lions have 6 rounds. If they get 7th round on the board, this could honestly, it could go either way. It depends if Heat are going to be waking up, but notoriously, I think they've had to get a few more rounds on the board on the T side to be able to really make this work for them. But I think it's really going to be down to the wire. I really can't call it right now. All the players are kind of on equal footing, as you said earlier, but Joko, being one of the star players right now, finding multiple kills left, right, and center. He's got a double kill so far this round. Smoke comes out from Buzz. Look to deny, but JL, the sneaky badger here, is going to be coming through. Gets a kill, chucks down a Molotov, but he's going to have his head found almost instantaneously. And Roro, with the Deagle, is going to be able to find it. Now, Exercise, he's going to be playing aggressive to try and get a pick up on the bomb, but Warrior is going to be pushing counter-aggressive against this. He spots out the player, but gives away his spot as well. And the counter-aggression from Exercise is just going straight back into it. Really unfortunate, but GG, well played on that first half. Heat managed to pick up 8 rounds, win the first half. We'll go into the second half momentarily. See you in a moment.
Well, that's a bit of an interesting change of pace. An 8-7 here. It is in favor of Heat, but it seems to me the winner of this pistol round could determine who actually winds up ending this map. It's going to be a pretty important one, Tom.
Body's aiming straight out mid. It's not going to be where they're going to be coming through. He has to be super careful. Flashes it out. It's going to buy him a couple of seconds, but it's going to be SDY getting the first kill. Exercise is going to go down, but Body, he lands a kill. So does Lucky. Now the push onto short's going to be coming through. The kills have to rain on in. Afro lands 2 headshots, looking in for the third, but he's going to get headshot in tandem. Buzz, brilliant player who helped carry them through that last map with some crucial kills. He's going to be the last one left alive in a 1v3. Finds the first one on Body, or 1v4 actually. He's found 2 so far. Now it's going to be Lucky to carry this through. The headshot's coming out. This is so disgusting. This is not allowed. He has the bomb, so he carries the pace of this game, and all he has to do is hit a slight shot. He does, but unfortunately, he was through the rim of the car, and 1 HP on Lucky. His name, pretty appropriate.
Buzz with a 3K in this pistol round, single-handedly turning things back in Mad Lions' favor. Lucky only having 4 HP and a dream here. We said it. Whoever wins this pistol round could determine who wins this map. And with the bomb being planted, at the very least, that's some cash in the bank. Buzz has a huge advantage here. Can he leverage it?
No, he can't! Lucky!
No.
He uses the sound to his advantage. He even had a kit so he could play a bit of a slow game, but honestly, it's not even worth. And so he had 4 HP, not 1 HP. I got a little bit excited on that front, but still, what a round in Heat. I mean, just recalling back to Saw, they played absolutely out of their mind on CT side and T side, but it had to go over to overtime, and I'm a little bit scared that that's going to happen again, Sam.
I mean, that's a heartbreaking round for Mad Lions to lose after those heroics from Buzz, and unfortunately just not enough at the end of the day. But Mad Lions still can come into this. As we said, they managed to plant the bomb, so quite a bit of firepower behind them. We can see them even stacked up on Util onto TMB, just so that they have that available. He's going to be the Util bot, I suppose. And also the tip of the spear. If you're going to lose someone, may as well be the one with the pistol as opposed to an AK, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be an interesting round either way. 10th round on the board for Heat would be looking really good, but I honestly think Mad Lions here could do a lot of work with these guns, and they've got a lot of time and a lot of presence right now down and towards mid. And I mean, Lucky's the only one who's really keeping any kind of eye on it. Never mind, scratch that, he's backed away from it. You could look to go and face up against SDY, and honestly, I don't really pay him to win that encounter. Is he going to smoke it off in time, though? Because they are looking to push on over. I don't think he realizes he's looking to go in for playing off contact. They're now going to be going in for the aggressive spot, but he's going to be able to put that smoke down just in time, and coming up from behind is going to be one of the players from the CTs. He's going to be holding double doors. Exercise. You're about to have a bunch of players coming on over to you, at least one, as they choose to go down short instead, and TM Pro is going to be pushing in towards him, loses his head. That's got Deagle in his hand as well. Scout from Afro with the grenade combined is going to work in tandem, gets the kills. The tags coming out from him as well. Doing fantastic work as Body to aim on in and get the headshots, and somehow staying alive. Afro is going to be able to get another tag, but not for too much longer, as he's going to get taken down by the time it's ticking. There's one player left alive. He's on short. If they want to do as much damage as they can, they have to take him down as time goes down. And it goes out, but instead, they kill him a little bit early and pick up an AK for their trouble.
Valiant attempt at a little bit of a bait and switch there, but unfortunately, they opt to commit to a fairly heavily guarded A site. And Mad Lions just unable to connect their shots in any meaningful way. And okay, it was a bit of a weird buy for them. It was a force, tour de force. Unfortunately not. But we got 2 scouts here. Again, opting to throw a lot of their cash into this round. And, well, there you go. With Laurel already off the board, probably not going to pay off.
Not at all. I mean, the grenades are going to be coming through, just shutting down their dreams. But 11th round on the board would be really putting Heat in a good position. They have a bit of a safety gap, but 3 round safety at the moment. It really needs to increase to at least the 5th kind of round on the board ahead of them. Lucky, he's going to have multiple of them facing up against him. He looks to get one, but he misses the shots, and he's going to get pushed. Body through the door is going to be able to get a wall bang combined with being flashed. It's not looking good here for Mad Lions on the T side. Obviously, we're literally in the 3rd round, so don't write them off yet. They've still got the point round to come through, but the 2 scout buy is going to be a little bit painful.
I suppose if Buzz can somehow manage to pick up a weapon, maybe it kind of saves them into the next round. But yeah, it was a high risk, high reward play, and unfortunately they didn't get to reap the rewards. With Heat already on double digits now, things start to look that little bit more dire for Mad Lions. Now, they did manage to make a pretty decent comeback in the first half when things had started to look a little dicey for them. Oh wow, they don't save this. That's questionable.
Yeah, I mean, being able to get some kills is actually super crucial on their side. I mean, a win would be even better, but with 10 seconds left on the clock, you're going to have to do a hell of a lot to be able to win this. All he has to do is hit a couple of low shots, but it doesn't quite do it. Needs to get the bomb down to make full amount of money. But Body, he chimes in and denies that. I would say that's equally smart. They want to do as much economical damage to their Sam, plus they've got the round loss bonus to work on, so they can buy into this round no matter what. But they've done some denial of cash in the bank for Heat.
Not so much so that it puts them at a huge disadvantage. I mean, they're missing very little in their loadout here. Okay, a couple players that don't have head armor, so that definitely makes a difference. But, you know, the Mad Lions are also coming into this a little bit worse for wear as well.
I mean, head armor doesn't even really essentially come into this or matter out of any of the guns of Mad Lions. But it's about being able to build up that bank. You know, that trust fund that you love to talk about is that there's only 2 players on the side of CTs currently over 1K. Exercise is nearly at 2K, but the rest of them, Joko has $0 in the bank, so that is actually fairly huge on their side. And although, yes, Mad Lions only have a scout on SDY, but you know what, who cares? They're trying to keep this within saving distance, and if they can clutch this out, brilliant. But I don't know if Heat's going to give them any room to work with.
Well, Heat are starting with a little bit of an aggressive push out of B here. I mean, the potential for a pincer could be devastating for Mad Lions, particularly if they're not expecting it.
This incendiary grenade is absolutely huge. It lands perfectly, forces them back towards lower tunnels. 1 kill comes out, and now Afro is going to be in a counter position to play aggressive Heat, and this is where he loves to be, under pressure, close proximity with the AWP. A little bit of a strange one, but he makes it work, gets a kill. Now they're on the back foot. They've only got 2 players. 3 players. 2 players down. Body drops out a grenade.
Oh.
And that is going to be huge. Takes them down massively. Team Bro is on site. Never mind. He was trying to make it down through into CT. Doesn't make it work. It's going to be buzzed with the AK. Gets the kill. Retakes scenario. Has to now come through. They have 3 players and exercises over towards Long. He can stop a bomb plant. Never mind. It's not the right position. But you know who can. It's going to be Lucky. He gets 2. What a situation to come in from.
This was a cool round from Heat. I actually really liked watching that. I think they realized that into the next round, if they lost this, they would be at a bit of a disadvantage. So they have to spice things up a little bit. They sent 2 players out of B all the way down into the lower tunnels. And like you said, a great Molotov that forces Mad Lions off of their position and back into the waiting arms of Heat's players. And Afro playing that very aggressive AWP gets insane results. It's only 1 kill, but at that point, your team has such a huge advantage anyway. You've done your job. That puts Heat at 12-7. Mad Lions once again down onto a serious eco here. Not terribly much to work with. They're going to go for the B hit, but Heat with an aggressive hold yet. Don't want to allow the results.
They could have done a lot of damage, but managed to back away and only did a little bit of damage. Lucky's going to want to reload momentarily. This position above the smoke is fairly decent, but it's hard to be able to get as much damage in because you're shooting from above, so getting collapse against the other players is super hard to be able to do. It's a bit of a slow round for Mad Lions, or, well, sorry, ex-Mad Lions. So in case any of you guys don't realize in chat, Mad Lions have dropped their CSGO team, so this is actually ex-Mad Lions as far as we know. And they're trying to do their best to be able to prove that they can play this. First game did not go their way. Second game did, massively so. Third game, well, let's wait and see what they able to pull off. Exercise. Does a lot of damage. Doesn't get the kill, though. They're going to be pushing through. The Flash is going to be working in their advantage, but too slow. It's going to be Afro from the sidelines. He's going to be able to pick up 1, and second coming through as well. Pro 2K. That kill is going to be doing good work on them. Afro just plays super aggressive. Picks up a nice 3-piece. Now it's going to be 1 person left alive. It's going to be a Woro. He is in a whole world of pain as Exercise slaps his head off.
Honestly, Afro is quickly becoming one of my favorite players to watch in ECL. I just love his style. I know that you said that this kind of AWP play style went out with the dinosaurs, but it's so much fun to watch, particularly when it pays off. And okay, I'm a little concerned for when I get to see them play again and see if it gets punished the way that I expect it to. But for right now, it's so much fun to watch. And Mad Lions, yeah. Do you think they can come back from this one? I feel like they need a miracle at this point. I throw that word around a lot, but it really does feel that way now.
What I will say is we can see that Lucky and Afro both have AWPs. So, and just in case you don't realize what's going on while they're not shooting each other, it's because something's gone wrong and we're going to have to fix it. Yeah. So, you need to bear with us and probably see our faces in a moment. TM Bro is toxic as hell. Shoots down Jericho. Spawn. I think that's a little bit of BM, to be honest. But they're going to burn themselves anyway. Never mind.
Yeah, I think it's Wara that's probably dropped out of the server. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, there he goes.
That is unfortunate. And I hate when this happens. You know, when a team has these issues, it really like slows down your momentum and you have to kind of pick yourself back up into it and, you know, try to regain that same control. And particularly for Mad Lions, who are on a serious back foot at the moment, the last thing that they need is something else happening to put more pressure on them. Maybe in this moment where they, you know, are waiting to get their player back in, they can take a second, take a breath, get a drink of water, maybe think out their next plan. They can't really chat during this time, obviously, because it is a technical pause, but you can start to think for yourself in your mind, you know, what could I possibly say to the team when time starts again that could help us turn things back around? So maybe that's what they're going to do. Take that time now and try and figure out next steps.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if they go for this double AWP setup, because I was fairly excited by that, but now we have to wait and see if they actually opt to go in with that as well. I don't think they will. I think they're going to have to switch up and decide on what they're going to do, or, you know, counter meta and go in for the double AWP anyway. Lucky is a fantastic AWPer. Afro is definitely my favorite so far today out of all the players. Yeah. He's really been bringing a bit of an exciting element of the gameplay. And my favorite days of CSGO, I guess it's more of nostalgia, was the days of the AWP flying around, and it's the way I love to play it, which is also why I'm trash, because I'm not as good as Afro or anyone else. But it's just a very exciting way to play. You're really playing high risk, high reward, or sometimes high risk and no reward, as we've seen on Afro a couple of times. Yeah. When it does work and you're having your teammates to try and trade on you is absolutely great. But this is a huge amount of rounds, and HEET are really building this up. They're playing smartly. We saw them not going over aggressive, and as you like in that last round, they're like, okay, let's take a step back and we'll chill a bit, and then we'll come back in and finish it off. But you know what? Let's go into a quick break as we get this issue fixed in game. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a couple of moments.
Well, bit of a unfortunate tech pause there, but we're right back into the thick of it. 14-8 in favor of Heat, and they're looking to close this one out.
As we Joko with the first kill, it's going to be SDY falling a little bit too short. Now we're back into this, and they're just going to be absolutely slaughtered. It's going to be Waroko. Warro, rather. 2K and TM. Bro, never mind. He's going to fall to the wayside. Now Warro looking to see what he can do. The double AWP setup. The double AWP setup comes out, mate, and it just bangs.
Yeah, I mean, you were hoping to see it, and it did come out in the end, so nice to see that one. I'm pretty sure I saw 3 AWPs just before we had to go into our tech issue, but I suppose that didn't pan out in the end. Or maybe they did that thing where they just leave it in spawn and then potentially want to, swap out later on. Who knows? They do have the cash to do it if they want to, but for now, Heat find themselves so close to match point.
Oh, it's going to be Body with a double kill, but the trade does come out eventually, but was it too little, too late? They've been slowed down. Afro is going to be trying to get up on towards side. He's got the AWP, but there's already one scout in the hands of TM Bro. Look at the try and land that one tasty headshot. It's all they need to try and get up over towards site, but they are going to back off. They played a little bit slow. Momentum was taken out of their sails here, and TM Bro is not being given anything. I really appreciated this from Avro. He's an aggressive player, but he knows how to hold back and force them into his angles, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. He managed to get the kill onto TM Bro. He only had like 4 or 10 HP. But this could be a decent start here for Heat. sorry, for Mad Lions, if they can bring this back. I mean, it's a 2 versus 3. It's going to be super hard, especially with Joker holding that angle with the the AK. Close proximity, easy spray down. That he's going to hear them coming as well. They're going to be just, never mind. They do actually take a couple of seconds to realize that, hang on, we don't want to just rush in here blindly. But they are going to be walking straight into the crosshairs, but it's going to be JL crouch walking, going for his best crab impression, gets the kill. Now Lucky chucks in the Sinew Grenade, locks it off for even longer. Smoke's going to be going down. This is just time ticking. They don't have to waste. They have the push in. First one goes down. Second one, he doesn't hit the flick, but Afro is coming in to save him. We have 14 seconds left on the clock, and we have to see JL go in for the double frag. There's no way he's getting this bomb down. He pushes in, but Afro takes the kill, takes the round, and, well, Heat, they're looking to close this out in 15-7.
We spoke about how a pause like that could potentially put a stunt in your momentum, and Mad Lions really needed a lot to come back into this, and unfortunately now they find themselves at a very broken buy, very limited utility to make something happen. Heat still with the double AWP setup, locking down this map from almost every angle at this point. Mad Lions, I've mentioned the word miracle a few times, and now more than ever, this becomes true.
Mad Lions under a lot of pressure. Obviously, that break wasn't ideal, but sometimes these things happen, chat. You just got to swing with them. Now.
Do be like that.
3 Gleals, 2 AKs. Limited utility. Once they go in for an execute, they're going to have to dedicate it. They're going to be pushing down his lower part. Lucky starts moving. This is exactly what they wanted. He's out of position. This gives them a bit of an opportunity, but he's read onto it. He's realized, okay, well, they're not pushing in towards B, so they must be doing something else. What is going on? He's got this AWP. Flash could be coming out, but Body takes on TM, bro. That's one down. Flash coming out. He's going to still be able to see this. Flicks on over, but misses it. But it's going to be Afro towards 2K. There's only 3 players left. It's building up to this moment. Molotov grenades. It denies the push. They can't do anything. JL from long, though. He's made his way along. Sneaky beaky-like. And he should be able to try and find a frag. He's going to be able to find one. It's going to be onto Lucky. Switches on over, finds Body. Flicks up on towards the A site. He can't quite find Exercise, but his teammates are going to be able to get the kill. This is the bomb that can go down and get planted for that long position, but with Afro with the AWP, he should be able to counter that long position as well, and maybe even kill the bomb planter. And that's going to be a wall bang! Oh, it was onto the head as well, of all things. It was the headshot. JL looking to play aggressive. He now realizes that AWP is in play. He can't hold back. He's going to have to play aggressive against this. They spot him out. He goes into the frag. Doesn't work out. He goes in for the jump shot's not going to work out. He's only got 18 bullets left in the chamber. Has to turn around, going for the frag. It's not going to happen. Afro switches out, picks up a Glil, proving he can headshot with multiple things, and that's a GG. Well played. Heat.